Dear students, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? I hope best for you. I Mukesh Kumar welcomes you to online Mukesh Online Academy. आपका मुकेश ऑनलाइन एकेडमी में स्वागत है. And we are doing the maths of the class 8th. Okay, the chapter 1 we are doing, which is the rational numbers, and we have already done about the addition of rational numbers and subtraction of rational numbers in the different videos. I hope you must have seen those videos. If you have not seen those videos, I have given the links into the description. You can go through those videos. So then you will be able to learn faster the multiplication also. Okay. So in this video, we will learn about the multiplication of the rational numbers. One usual tip. You want to become best into the maths? Yes. Then take out your notepad and pen. Notebooks you can take out. Okay. And start practicing with me. You know, in maths, only practice is the key. More you practice, more you become best. So start practicing with me, and along with you start practicing separately also. Okay. So think it like a live class. Right. So if you have any doubt, if you have any query about any topic in this chapter, then you can write to me on the WhatsApp or email, or you can write into the comment box. Then we will be happy to serve you. And if you want to do the live online classes, then you can also write to me on the mail or WhatsApp, and we will be happy to serve you. So in this video, we will learn about the multiplication of rational numbers. Okay, how we multiply them, and we will learn about the different properties of the multiplication of rational numbers, like the closure property we have studied into the addition, like commutative property, associative property, like identity, like multiplicative identity we will learn here, reciprocal we will learn here, and distributive property we will learn here. So we will learn these properties in this video. So now let's start. So dear students, today we will start the multiplication of rational numbers. See, we have learned about how to add the rational numbers, and we have learned how to subtract the rational numbers. Now we will learn how to multiply the rational numbers. Okay. So in this one, let's take an example. Okay. Suppose if we have one rational number like 2 upon 3 into, we have another rational number like 5 upon 9. Okay. So how will we do the multiplication? We will multiply 2 and 5 both. Okay. Means the numerator we will multiply separately. 5 to the 10, and we will multiply 9 3 the 27. Okay. This is how we multiply. But we have to keep the sign into consideration. Like if the number is like this, 2 upon 3 into minus 5 upon 9. So that means 2 into minus 5. As I told you in the last videos also, if we multiply a positive number with a negative number, or a negative number with a positive number, then we get the result as a negative. Okay. If we multiply the negative number with a negative number, or if we multiply a positive number with a positive number, then we get the result positive. Okay. So this is something different what we have learned in addition and subtraction. So here 2 and 5 are, one is positive, other is negative. So we will get the answer minus 10 upon 27. Or we can have like this, 2 upon 3 into minus 5 upon minus 9. Now see, these both numbers are negative, so these means minus 10 upon minus 27. Now both are negative, so this final answer will become 10 upon 27. So this is how we multiply the different rational numbers. Now we will learn about the different properties of the multiplication of rational numbers. Okay. So the properties of multiplication of rational numbers that we have learned, that we will learn in this part. We have already learned in addition and subtraction about different properties. Like in addition, we learned about the closure property. So the same closure property is here also. Okay. Clear? Now, then we learned about the commutative property. The same property we will learn here also. Okay. And we learned about in the addition associative property. Same property we will check for the multiplication also. Okay. then we have the additive identity there. Now here we have the multiplicative identity. Okay. Now there we had the additive inverse. Here we will have the multiplicative inverse. Okay. Now we will have one more thing here that will combine both addition or subtraction and multiplication. That is the distributive property. That we will learn, that this distributive property we will learn here. Okay. So these 5 properties we will learn, 6 properties we will learn here. Okay. So let's take them one by one. So the first one is the closure property. Now, so in the closure property, that what we know in the addition of the rational numbers, what was the closure property, and in the subtraction also, if we add or subtract 2 rational numbers, we get a rational number. Same here, when we multiply the 2 rational numbers, we should get a rational number. That is the closure property. Okay. If we multiply 2 rational numbers, we get a rational number. Okay. This is the closure property that we will learn here. So let's check whether on multiplying we get the rational number or not. This you can see in this example also. So 2 upon 3 into minus 5 upon 9 is 10 upon 27. So this is also a rational number. Okay. Clear? We can take some more examples here. We have one rational number 2 upon 3 into another rational number 4 upon 5. Okay. So that means 2 into 4 upon 3 into 5. What is the answer? 4 to the 8 upon 15, which is a rational number. Okay. Let's check for the another example. Second example, like minus 3 upon 7 into 9 upon 8. So that means minus 3 into 9 upon 7 into 8, which means minus 27. As I told you initially also, the multiplication of a minus number and plus number is negative. Okay, and 7 8 the 56, which is also a rational number. Okay. Now let's take one more example, like minus 5 upon 9 into minus 4 upon 11. That means minus 5 into minus 4 upon 9 into 11. Now there, now in the numerator we have both the number negative, so their result will be positive. So 5 4 ja 20 upon 9 9 11 ja 99, which is also a rational number. Okay. So in all 3 examples, when we are multiplying a rational number, we are getting a rational number. When we are multiplying 2 rational numbers, we are getting a rational number. So this is the case. Any number of rational numbers we multiply, we will always get a rational number. So that means the rational numbers are closed under multiplication. So we can say that rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Okay, same as addition and subtraction. So we can finally conclude that P upon Q, let's say one number is P upon Q into R upon S, is equal to a rational number. Clear? So this is called the closure property of the rational multiplication of the rational numbers. Okay. Now we will do the second one, B part, and the B part is the commutative property. See, commutative property we had learned in the addition and subtraction also. In the subtraction, the commutative property was not valid, but in addition it was valid. It means that in addition, what it means that if we add 2 rational numbers in any sequence like A plus B or B plus A, we will always get the same result. So this was the commutative property for addition. Now in the multiplication also, if we multiply the 2 rational numbers in any sequence, we will always get a same result. So this is called the commutative property. So let's take an example. The first one, like minus 2 upon 3 into 5 upon 7. What result it will get? See, minus 2 into 5 upon 3 into 7, that means minus 10 upon 21. Okay, or if we multiply like this, 5 upon 7 into minus 2 upon 3, that means 5 into minus 2 upon 7 into 3. So then also we are getting minus 10 upon 21. It means that minus 2 upon 3 into 5 upon 7 is equals to 5 upon 7 into minus 2 upon 3. Okay. Now the second example, minus 4 upon 7 into 8 upon 5. It means that minus 4 into 8 upon 7 into 5. That means minus 32. 8 for the 32 upon 35, or 8 upon 5 into minus 4 upon 7. It means that 8 into minus 4 upon 5 into 7. So this is also minus 32 upon 35. So what we are getting, that minus 4 upon 7 into 8 upon 5 is equals to 8 upon 5 into minus 4 upon 7. So whatever way, whether we take the second number first or whether we take the first number first, okay, we are getting the same result. So this is the commutative property of multiplication of rational numbers. Okay, so in general what we can say, that P upon Q into R upon S is same as R upon S into P upon Q. Okay, this is the commutative property of multiplication. So what is this? So this is the commutative property of multiplication of rational numbers. So we can say the rational numbers are commutative under multiplication, or multiplication of the two rational numbers is commutative. So we can write that multiplication of two rational numbers is commutative. Okay, clear? So now next we will do about the associative property. Next is the C is the associative property. See, we have studied the associative property into the addition also. In addition, what it means, that if we take the three or more rational numbers and if we add them in any sequence, we will always get the same result. So same here, when we take the three or more rational numbers and we multiply them in any sequence, we will always get the same result. So this is the associative property of multiplication. Let's take an example, minus 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 5 into 5 upon 6. Let's say this is the number. So what we are going to do, first we will multiply it minus 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 5, and then result will be multiplied to the 5 upon 6. Okay, so this is the first way that we are doing. So minus 2 into 3 means minus 6, 3 into 5 means 15 into 5 upon 6. So now here what we can do, we can reduce also here. See, 5 into 15 is 3, 6 into 6 is minus 1. So we got the result minus 1 upon 3. Now let the second way, minus 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 5 into 5 upon 6. Minus 2 upon 3. So here we can divide them. 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6. 5 into 5 we are reducing them. So we got the answer into 1 by 2. So 2 and 2 divided. So now we get the answer again minus 1 upon 3. So this is the same answer that we are getting. Now there is one more way we can do here. The third way, that minus 2 upon 3 into 5 upon 6 we will multiply first, then we will multiply result with the 3 upon 5. Okay, so 2 1 ja 2, 2 3 ja 6. So we got the answer minus 5 upon 9 into 3 upon 5. So now we can divide it 3 and 9, 3, 5 and 5, 1. So we got the answer minus 1 by 3. So that means in any way we are getting the answer minus 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 5 into 5 upon 6 is same as minus 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 5 into 5 upon 6, which is same as minus 2 upon 3 into 5 upon 6 into 3 upon 5. So whatever way we have multiplied, we have got the same answer. So this is called the associative property for multiplication of rational numbers. So generally, in general, how can we write it? P upon Q into R upon S into T upon U. So let's say we multiply this first. Is same as P upon Q into R upon S into T upon U. Let's say equal to P upon Q into T upon U into R upon S. So this is the associative property for multiplication of rational numbers. Okay, so this is the associative property for the multiplication of rational numbers. Now next, multiplicative identity. D is multiplicative identity. See, in addition we had studied about the additive identity. That means if we add any number with 0, the result was same. So that 0 was the additive identity. Here the multiplicative identity means if we multiply 1 with any number, like say 2 upon 3. So we will get the result 2 upon 3, or we can say 2 upon 3 into 1. Then also we will get the 2 upon 3. Clear? If we multiply 1 with minus 2 upon 3, then we will get the minus 2 upon 3. Or if we multiply minus 2 upon 3 with the 1, then also we will get the minus 2 upon 3. So in general, what we can say that 1 into P upon Q equals to P upon Q. So 1 is multiplicative identity. Now, after this, now we have to have the multiplicative inverse. It means the reciprocal of a number. What does it mean? We have a number and we multiply the reciprocal of that number, then we get the result 1. What does it mean? That suppose if we have P upon Q, okay, then we multiply with B Q upon P, what will be getting? 1. So P divided by P and Q divided by Q, so result is 1. So this Q upon P is the multiplicative inverse. So reciprocal of a number is a multiplicative inverse. Okay. Now, so what we can say that reciprocal of a number is a multiplicative inverse. So suppose to find the multiplicative inverse, so what we can say that multiplicative inverse of P upon Q is Q upon P. We do not change the sign here. Do not change sign. See, in case of additive inverse we change the sign, but here we will not change the sign. We will just inverse the number. For example, we can say that multiplicative inverse of minus 3 upon 7. What it will be? 7 upon minus 3, or we can say minus 7 upon 3. So we are not changing the sign here. And multiplicative inverse of 2 upon minus 3 is also minus 3 upon 2, or we can say minus number whole as a 3 upon 2. So here we are not changing the sign. This you have to remember. Clear? We have to learn something here. There are some numbers which do not have any multiplicative inverse. See, 0 has no multiplicative inverse. You know why? See, if we take the multiplicative inverse of 0, see the multiplicative inverse of 0 will be, see we have to means 0 upon 1, so that will be 1 upon 0, so which is a not defined number. Okay, so this is the reason that 0 has no multiplicative inverse. Okay, and the 1 is its own multiplicative inverse. Okay, because 1 upon 1 is always 1 upon 1. So the multiplicative inverse of the 1 is 1, and 0 has no multiplicative inverse. Is it clear or not? Now in the last we will study about in the last topic of this video about the distributive property. What will we learn? About the distributive property. So now in this topic we will learn about the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Suppose if we have this number like A bracket A into B plus C. So how it distributes that A will be multiplied with the B, that means AB, and A will be multiplied with the C with plus sign between them. Clear? If it is like this, A into B minus C equals to AB with this and AC with minus sign between them. Okay, this thing we have learned in the class 7 for the integers. Okay, the same thing will be followed here. That means whenever there is a inside the bracket there is addition or subtraction and outside it is being multiplied with some number, then the outside number will multiply with both the numbers inside the bracket. This is called the distribution. This A has been distributed with B also, A has been distributed with the C also. This is called the distributive property of multiplication. We call this a common concept. When we take the common, okay, then we get this result. So let's take an example. Minus 3 upon 4 into 2 upon 3 plus minus 5 upon 6. Okay, so how will we do this question? Now see, there are two different ways of doing the question. So let's do it by first way. So in the first way, what we can do, minus 3 upon 4 into, we will add this thing first. So the LCM will be 6 because 3 and 6 are both comes into the table of 3. So 3 into 2 is 6 into 3 into 2 plus minus 5 upon 6. Okay, so we got minus 3 upon 4 into 2 to the 4 upon 6 plus minus 5 upon 6. Okay, minus 3 upon 4 into 4 plus minus 5 upon 6. Now minus 3 upon 4 into 4 minus 5, we will do in the rough 4 plus and minus 5 up. So we got the minus 1 into minus 1 upon 6. Okay, now this number is also minus, this number is also minus, but 3 and 6, 3 is a numerator and 6 has a denominator, so 3 and 6 can be divided. So 3 to the 6, we will get minus minus plus, then 4 to the 8, 1 into 1 upon 4 into 2. So we got the answer 1 upon 8. This is the answer that we have got. Okay, now we will do the second way of doing this question. In the second way, see what will we do? We can just like doing this. See, just like doing this, we did multiply A with the B and A with the C. In the same way, we will multiply it minus 3 upon 4 with the 2 upon 3 and minus 3 upon 4 with the minus 5 upon 6. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are just multiplying this with the this and this with this number. So that means minus 3 upon 4 into 2 upon 3 plus minus 3 upon 4 into minus 5 upon 6. Okay, so 3 and 3 divided, 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4, this divided, so we got minus 1 upon 2, means 1 and 2 into 1, 1, 2, plus same way 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6. Okay, so now we got minus 1 into 5 is 5. See, this is minus 1, minus 1 into minus 5 is 5, 4 into 2 is 8. Now we will take the LCM of 2 and 8. The LCM of 2 and 8 will be 8. Okay, so we got the answer 8 LCM is minus 1 into 4 upon 2 into 4 plus 5 upon 8. So we got minus 4 upon 8 plus 5 upon 8. So 8 is the common denominator. 8 minus 4 plus 5. So in rough we will write 5 up and minus 4 down. 5 minus 4 is 1. So we got the answer 1 upon 8. So both way we are getting the same answer. So what we can write that? So we can write the result that minus 3 upon 4 into 2 by 3 plus minus 5 upon 6 is equals to minus 3 upon 4 into 2 upon 3 plus minus 3 upon 4 into minus 5 upon 6. So this is the called distributive property. This is called distributive property. Okay, so we can write like this in general, that P upon Q into R upon S plus T upon U is equals to P upon Q into R upon S plus P upon Q into T upon U. So in general, we can write this distributive property over addition like this. Now let's take, if instead of this plus number, if it is minus, then how will we do it? Okay. Now let's take an example like minus 2 upon 3 into 4 upon 5 minus 7 upon 11. Okay. So now let's do it in the two different ways. So the first way, we will solve the bracket first, like we have learned into the 6th class about mass. We have to solve the bracket first. So minus 2 upon 3 into, see, the 5 and 11 both are the prime numbers. So their LCM will be 55, means 5 into 11. So 4 into 11 upon 5 into 11 minus 7 into 5 upon 11 into 5. So we got minus 2 upon 3 into 44 upon 55 minus 35 upon 55. So minus 2 upon 3 into, so this got 44 minus 35 upon 55, because 55 is the common denominator. Now in the rough we will do 44 up and minus 35 down. So we got the answer 9, because the 44 has the positive sign. So minus 2 upon 3 into what we have got, 9 upon 55. So now this 9 and 3 can be divided. So this is the denominator, this is the numerator. So 3 3 the 9. So we got the answer minus 2 into 3 upon 55, means 1 into 55. This is the 1. Okay. So final answer that we have got is minus 6 upon 55. Final answer we have got here. Now let's do the second way. So in the second way, what we have to do, we have to open the bracket. So what will we do? See, we will multiply 2 upon 3 with the 4 upon 5, just like as we did above, and minus 2 upon 3 with 7 upon 11 with minus sign between them. So how we are going to do it? That 2 upon 3 minus into 4 upon 5. Clear? Then we will put the minus sign, because here we have the negative sign. Then again we will put the minus 2 upon 3 into, we will put them into brackets so that there is no confusion. Okay. Now into 7 upon 11. Now minus 2 into 4 means minus 2 into 4 upon 3 into 5 minus, we have minus 2 into 7 upon 3 into 11 will be put into the brackets. So we got the answer 4 into 4 is minus 8 upon 15 minus, we got 2 into 7 is minus 14 upon 33. Okay, so this minus and this minus will become plus, as we have learned in the subtraction. So minus 8 upon 15 plus 14 upon 33. Now we will take the LCM of 15 and 33. Okay, so 3, 5 the 15, 11, 5 and 11 are prime numbers. So their LCM is 3 into 5 into 11. So we got the 15 into 11, which is equal to 51 15 165, and 33 into 5 is also 165. So we got the LCM 165. Okay, so we will multiply minus 8 with the 11 and 15 also with the 11, and plus 14 with the 5 and 33 with the 5. So we got a minus 8 into 11 is minus 88 upon 165, plus we have 70 upon 165, because 14 into 5 is 70. Okay, so we will get 165 as a common denominator, minus 88 plus 70. So in the rough, now we will do the question. So minus 88 we will write up and 70 we will write down. So we got the minus 18. Okay, so we got the answer minus 18 upon 165. Now see, this can be divided with the 3, because 8 plus 1 equal to 9, which is divisible by 3, and 1 plus 6 plus 5 is equal to 12, which is also divisible by 3. So we can divide this by 3. So when we divide 18 by 3, we get the minus 6. When we divide 165 by 3, we get 3 5 the 15, 1, 5, 3 5 the 15, 1. So we got the answer 55. So what the final answer that we have got is minus 6 upon 55. We have got the final answer. Okay. So what conclusion we can draw here? See, the conclusion that we can draw is minus 2 upon 3 into 4 upon 5 minus 7 upon 11 is equals to minus 2 upon 3 into 4 upon 5 in one bracket, then minus 2 upon 3 into minus 7 upon 11 into another bracket. So this conclusion we can draw from here. In general, what we can say that P upon Q into R upon S minus T upon U will be equals to P upon Q into R upon S minus P upon Q into T upon U. So this is the general that we can say about this. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. So students, today we have learned that how to multiply the two rational numbers, and we have learned about the different properties like closure property we have learned, like commutative property we have learned, like associative property we have learned, like multiplicative identity we have learned multiplicative inverse, and we have learned the distributive property in this video. Okay. So dear students, in the next video we will learn about the examples related to the multiplication of rational numbers. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. Write your comments about the video or any query or any doubt about the topic in the comment box. And if you want to do the live online classes, then you can also write to me on the mail or WhatsApp. Or in case of any doubt, you can also write to me on the mail or WhatsApp also. Okay. So I hope you must be enjoying the video. Kindly share it with your friends, subscribe to it, like it. Thank you so much.